Hi everyone, we are going to be finishing this picture today. I am going to start with this field. If you haven't seen the first video, there is a first one, so there is a link at the top where you can go and watch it, or one in the description as well. So go and have a look at that and then come back. As I said in the first video, I'm going to do these as tulip fields. I'm going to keep them quite simple and just show you how I am going to do it. I'm using my polychromos again, and I'm starting with my madder, and I am going to do lines of alternating colours of tulips, and I'm just going to do them as a stripe. Now on this page there are other windmills, and they have tulips, definite tulips in the picture. I'm just trying to work out whether that, yeah, it's that one. So I think it will look obvious that this is supposed to be tulips once you look at the other pictures that are completed as well. So it might look a little bit strange to start with, but I think it will work. I'm going to do a yellow row, so I'm going to use dark cadmium yellow. Oops, my pencil wants to roll. I'm just keeping it handy at the side in case I want to do, oh, I think I'm going to go there. Otherwise I'm not going to get a very thick layer. I'm pressing quite hard here because I want the colour to really show. Okay, I'm going to do purple. This is a really nice purple colour. This is the Manganese Violet I'm going to use next. I'm just trying to make it really bright and cheery. I don't want it to look like a rainbow, but I want it to look bright and colourful nevertheless, because I have seen tulip fields, I'm just looking through here, where there are lots of different colour stripes of tulips, and I think it looks really pretty. Where should we go next? What I would like is a sort of salmony pink colour. Go for this one. This is called medium flesh. I tell you the number because this is 131. They have changed the name of this pencil lately, so if you've got a more recent set it will be called something else, so just in case. Go. I have some of the newer ones, but I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go back to the red, the madder, the sort of pinky red for the next row. I think red tulips are the ones we tend to see most often, aren't they? But I'm not going to make it consistent, so I'm not going to now go back through the same colours, because I don't know, I want it to be a bit different. So I'm going to do my next row orange. This is the dark cadmium orange. Of course, if you can colour along this in any brand of pencils that you wish, and do your colours, to pick the sort of appropriate colours, as it were. There we go. I'm going to do the last one yellow though, with our dark cadmium yellow, so that it just brightens it all up. And there we go. I think that's quite pretty. I hope you agree. But you can do your own choice of colours. And now we have the sky. Now skies, wow, quite tricky, aren't they? We're going to have a go and see how we get on. So I am going to use the, I think it might be called sky blue. I haven't got enough of my pencil left to be able to find out. Let me just double check. Is this one here? 146. Yeah, sky blue. I'm going to use the sky blue, and what I want to try and do is leave some clouds. Now what I find is tricky is sort of colouring reverse. So normally do a cloud, you go there's my cloud, there's my cloud, but I'm not drawing in the cloud, I'm drawing in the background, so it's a little bit difficult and different. I'm going to, and if it all goes horribly wrong, I can just colour it over, because I'm not going to do a dark edge. I'm just going to leave out a bit, like here. So I'm thinking here we can have a bit of a white cloud just there. So we just fade this in a little bit. and leave a space. We don't want it to look too round. And then we'll go along and we'll leave another bit of a space here where these birds are. We don't want it to look a bit strange, it does at the moment. And I'm going to colour in all this blue and then go back to those strange areas and see if I can make them look a bit better. What I find is I often end up really shrinking it. I think they look better if they're a bit flatter like that. I don't know. And under here, I find it looks better if you don't do any where you've got obstacles. Things. Better if they're in more of an open space. So I'm going to leave that bit for now. And sort of colour around it. I'm not sure if it's looking quite right yet, but anyway, I will carry on. And as I say, if it all goes horribly wrong, you can just colour it over in this blue. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to soften the edges a little bit, make it look a bit less uniform, because I think that looks a bit strange. And I think I'm going to do one around here like that. So I've got to go all the way to the edge of this board here. Not sure if you can see very well. So I'm doing a harder layer of colour here. A bit less around here. I'm just going to fade those edges a bit. I think we'll do another one at the top here, quite big, like that. Fade it around a bit. I think these look a bit better up here, and I think it's because they look a bit more naturally shaped. So I'm just going to bring in a bit there and out there so it doesn't look so circular. The same here, just bring a bit in here and here. It looks a bit more natural. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that like that. You can decide, it's quite simple. It's up to you if you do it like that or if you just colour the whole thing in blue. Now, oh, a bit down here, look. Okay, and now we've got this sort of, the rest of the sort of pot. So, it's sealed. There we go. We've got the rest of the whole container to do. So I'm going to use some grey. I want to try and make it look a little bit silvery. I'm going to use the Cold Grey 3, and I'm going to start making it quite dark along the bottom here. Okay, and then trying to lighten it as we go up the side. Just notice that bit there needs a bit of blue. Okay, lighter up the side to try and give it a shine. And the same on this side. Start to lighten it, so less layers, less pressure, like that. And now similar on the top, so I'm going to do a bit more on the very top and less on the side. So we've actually got some white paper on the edges, and hopefully it makes it look a little more shiny. We haven't got a lot of, the grey isn't particularly dark, so it Doesn't show up massively, but hopefully it's enough. Now here we can use Kerby shading to help us. So where he shaded the dark lines, we can go over those more with our grey pencil. So that's nice and easy. But now we've got to deal with the fact that we've got a hole here and not on the rest. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the whole thing with my grey pencil, apart from this hole here. And I'm hoping it will make it look like there's a sort of glassy look to the whole thing. I don't know if it's going to pay off very well, particularly it's, you know, got to go over the clouds and things like that. So we'll see whether it gives us enough of a contrast. I don't want to press really, really hard, but I just want a little bit of grey so that it looks like this is inside the glass and that isn't. Could use a pastel for this to give a smoother finish if you wanted. There we go. Now I think that just gives a little bit of difference between the two colours. With this piece I am going to go darker on these sides and this side a little bit to make it look a bit shiny here and here. Might just show up a little bit, and I want to do some shine lines like we did on this one. I'm going to use my Posca, white Posca, and I'm going to go over an area where it's very dark. If I do it here, it's not going to show up because this is quite pale, so I need to do it down here on top of this. I need to get the pen to work, give it a shake. See a little bit of it, but it's not showing, it's just wet, it's not white. There we go. So I'm going to take this white and follow the curve of the item, take it around like that, and I want to do one on this side. I really should have done it first because now it's a little bit awkward. I'm going to follow down like that and do a small bit and a few dots like that, and hopefully that looks a little bit like it's reflecting the light. And that's me for that one. I actually really like this brown windmill, and it really makes me feel like I want to do a sort of sepia type look picture, but I think the tulip and the sky just lift it a little bit. That's my idea for doing that. I hope you enjoyed the videos, as I say, the series of 2. You might not like to put the sky in because it's a see-through bauble, but we can't see this one through it. So that's why I put it in there, just so you know what my thinking was there. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and happy colouring.